folks, welcome back to the channel. It's a beautiful day today, as you can tell back behind me. Blue skies, slight white clouds out there, but absolutely no chance of it, or at least no predictions of rain for the next 4 days. So I've got a little bit of yard work to do, but I decided, what the hell, it's too nice to not go riding. So I got on Google Earth, found me a location up towards the mountain. Looks like some decent little dirt roads and trails to ride. So hang on, guys, we're going for a ride. Talk to y'all later. Hey folks, okay, the journey pretty much, the little adventure has started. I'm at a service station, got my little Honda CT125 filled up with gas, and now I'm sitting back and eating a 7-Eleven sandwich and drinking a bottle of Oishi tea, and my bike is right over there, so as soon as I get through eating and get a little liquids in me, we're going to hit the road, and then we'll see what kind of adventure I picked out for today. So talk to y'all later. Okay folks, if you remember this place from one of my earlier videos, this is where the water canal is, right over here, and that's the little bridge I went across. Well, today we're heading north, so we're gonna see what kind of terrain I can find up here at this place I got on Google Earth. Okay folks, this is the road that goes to nowhere that I found on Google Maps. So I think I've been up here once before, maybe on my Honda Wave, maybe in my Tata pickup, I'm not real sure, but hell, welcome to rural Thailand. I'm supposed to stay on this road until it comes to a fork, and at that point I want to take the left fork. We're getting close to the base of the mountains. Here's the left fork. This is where I want to go. Now I want to stay on down this main road as far as it'll take me. And it should go up into this valley right up here, and then hook back off to the east and the south. We'll see what it does. Well, at least we're starting to go up in some elevation. I don't know if you can tell it, but okay. Now this is what I was seeing on the Google Earth, was once you get up here to not very far, it turns into a dirt road. And this is really a lot of gravel on some clay pack. So as long as the gravel's not real thick, you got pretty good traction. You're not doing too much sliding around. Oh man, I'll tell you what, the view off on the ride is pretty neat. I just got to find a place to stop and show you. And I think I can do it right up here. Nah, it kind of petered out. But hopefully we'll find out how good this thing handles going up dirt and gravel roads. Now somebody's dug a little pond off over here on the right. You can see it, but look at these mountains back off over here. That's a good spot. I think I can pull off here and we'll get up here by the fence. And oh yeah, this is just plumb flat, gorgeous back in here. This is the little valley. This may be the valley that I end up going up. I'm not real sure, or it's on the other side of this one hillside right here. But I think this is the valley right here that I'm going to end up going down through. So heck, we'll find out. We've gotten into some hard pack that looks like it's broken down quite a bit. It's got a little sand on it, a little gravel. I just got hit in the face with a grasshopper, a big one. Okay, this is not the valley I'm going to be going down now. This is where I was supposed to go. I'm supposed to take in this left. I don't know how well the camera is picking this up, but we're actually getting into some fairly rough roads. And I'm sure I'm not going to be the only one that likes to go a little bit faster on this stuff. So we need to know exactly what this suspension is going to do. And to be honest with you, it's handling it pretty good. So what do you got? I could so easily get lost up here. But the roads really are not that bad. But I haven't gotten into this obviously is the valley off over here on this side that I'm going to be going up, in between that mountain right there and this one over here on this side. You know, if this guy can get down here with this thing, that Honda CT125 can definitely do it. But I think I'm in the right area now. This is the main mode of transportation for the people that live up in this area. Most of them are just some kind of a farmer. So they come up here and they've got a little plot of land that they set back and grow things, take to market, and that's how they make a living. That's how they make money. Pay for stuff like gasoline. Because you know they have no electricity. Well, hell, I don't know. There's electrical lines right there. This road's starting to get potted up pretty bad. That's good. This is what I wanted to find. I wanted to come. I'm taking it from the Google Earth map, or Google Maps, that at the end of this trail and dirt road is a temple. So we'll go up here and we'll see. Yeah, oh, this is really neat up in here. Okay, folks. This right back up in here is where I came from, and this is the valley right here that I'm going to be going up. So, according to the deal, this little dirt road meanders along the side of this little valley area here. So I don't know how rough these roads are going to be. I don't know how hard they're. I've never been on this stuff before, but we're going to find out just how much this little Honda CT125 can do today. I already know it handles really well on the road, and what little dirt road I've been on, it's handled it really good, but I haven't gotten on any inclines and stuff like that until today, to be honest with you. That was a couple of pretty good little dirt hills that I went up. Starting to get some pretty good sized rocks in here too, so I gotta take it easy so I don't get a puncture. I don't have my tire irons yet, and I don't have a spare tube, so I'd have to push this thing a long way to get it out of here. So I'm sure some resident from down here helped me get it out. Oh, that's pretty too. Okay, back over here on the, I guess would be the north side of this. They've got in here and cleared this field out of the weeds, and they've got longing trees planted in here. And then, of course, you get up into the mountains right there. Over on this side, they've got corn planted. And yes, I guess a gate means something here, because there's the gate. Here's a little sand wash. If you keep the power up and keep your weight back, it handles that sand wash pretty good. You can bunny hop over some of these little bitty ravines, but it doesn't have the power to go ahead and and basically pick the front end up without you helping quite a bit. So now, this is what I was wondering if I could find. It's a little trail. Sand wash. Somebody's little house back in here. This is 2 tracks partly and 1 track partly, so it's pretty obvious that by this stage of it, it's been a long time since there's been a pickup truck come down through here. Mostly the scooters and probably some dirt bikes. Oh yeah. Yeah, folks, we're gonna have to stop and take some pictures of this. Okay, folks, this is where I came out of, and I'm headed back up along this trail, and I popped into this little valley going up this trail, and this is the view I ran into. So I thought to myself, you need to get off this bike and do a pan around on this place, because man, this is some gorgeous scenery up in here. And you know, I never would have come up here on my Honda Wave, because I'm sure it would have made it, but I'd have had to go a lot slower and a lot more careful on the terrain. So folks, we still got some more riding up ahead to see, and I got a hunch we're gonna go around this corner on this hillside over here. We'll probably go around that corner up in there, and maybe that's where that temple is. So yeah, stay tuned, we're gonna ride some more. Well, I started back up this canyon after stopping and taking some pictures, and it got into this trail, and this trail got pretty rough. Made my first 2 water crossings with this bike, and I thought, well, hell, I might as well just go ahead and turn it back on coming up this thing, and then showing people exactly what this is like in here. If you can see the big holes in here. Well, here's my 3rd water crossing. It's not a very, did you see all the butterflies right there? It's not a very big creek, but my guess is after a couple of hard rains, that thing's probably rushing pretty good. So this is a locale that I think would probably be best during the dry season to come up in, and maybe that creek is totally shut off by then. But you don't get any tighter and more confining single track trails than this right here. I mean, the undergrowth, this is, I mean, hell, it's Thailand. I mean, it's the tropics. This is the kind of stuff that grows up in a week's time. So just so y'all know, I'm just putting along in here in 2nd gear and just barely blipping the throttle, and the machine is doing great. One of these days I'll give you my 5 favorite things about the bike, and I'll give you my 5 downfalls on the bike as soon as I can find 5 of them. That may take a while before I do that, but a bunch of these plants on the side of the trail have got frickin' thorns in them. Okay, here's creek crossing number 4. It looks like somebody's been through here today. Oh, and there's a little bitty fish in there. Little minnows. Looks like wild guppies. maybe. That gives me an idea for some future trip. Yeah, now we're getting into a little mud. That was a little deep. I'm glad I turned this video back on. But with my luck in this damn GoPro, I need to stop and make sure it's still on. Yes, folks. I might have screwed a little picture up there, but it is still on. Now granted, all this video I've taken so far on the trails and the little 2-track road. Damn, I wonder if that trail, I'll bet that trail splits back into it and skirts the outside, doesn't cross that creek all those times I did. It sure looks like somebody's been through here real recent like. Man, there's all kinds of trails in here. Somebody's been through here with a weed eater and whacked down that jungle on the sides a little bit. Made it a lot nicer to ride on. I'll bet the little trail that I took wasn't the main path they use coming in here. Now I can't see the bottom on this, so let's hope we don't get into some real deep shit. Yeah, there's all kinds of minnows in there. They look like wild guppies. Let's go this way. Oh shit, see that snake in there? Yeah, he's right down there in that, by that little bitty plant that's right next to the bank there. Not a very big snake, but snake's a snake. Just so you know, if you ever get in a situation where you're starting to bog down power-wise with this thing, just want you to know I can't see the trail. But anyhow, if you ever get in a situation where you start to bog down, if you just depress on the shift lever just a little bit, hear that? It'll raise, you can raise the RPMs up. Don't go down far enough to where you hit neutral, but you can always pump up some more RPM on it. Just because this thing's called an automatic clutch doesn't mean you can't work something on it just like a clutch, and that's your shift lever. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, this reminds me of riding some enduros in Colorado. Oh shit, that's a deep ass hole. Yeah, this is pretty neat. I like this I like this little trail ride. I've got to find somebody to go riding with and bring them up here. We've got a couple of guys that ride, but they ride a lot of street bikes. Alan, whose wife helped me get this bike, and Karsten, we went to his housewarming party yesterday. Karsten's got a couple of Honda 250Ls, so it'd be fun in this stuff. But Alan's even shorter than I am, so I'm not so sure he could tippy-toe around on one of those big Hondas. And Karsten, he's a pretty tall guy. So I think he'd do all right. I'd love to bring both them guys up here and go do some riding.